What if $6 and a vision could build a foundation for a community? The seeds for POISE Foundation were sown in 1957 when Bernard H. Jones established an Explorer Scout post in the Hill District, an inner-city neighborhood of Pittsburgh. He was well aware of the challenges facing the area's teenagers, especially young males. Mr. Jones's plan was to use Explorer Post number 48 to provide wholesome development and positive social alternatives. He wanted to instill a sense of pride and appreciation for a strong work ethic and the beginnings of an entrepreneurial spirit. Mr. Jones began to recruit for the post. At 6 feet 4 inches tall, weighing 250 pounds, he was an imposing figure, so it was hard to tell him no. After several weeks, the post had grown to 7 members. Mr. Jones began to mold them. In organizing the post, he required officers' elections and that meetings were conducted according to the Roberts Rules of Order. He continued his message of pride, purpose, and responsibility. These young men were challenged, but open to the messages he provided. An offer to take the group to Washington, D.C. created a wonderful opportunity and challenge for the group. How would these teens pay for the trip? Mr. Jones, a great organizer and motivator, encouraged the group to earn money honestly. The melodic cry, "Ice balls, come get your ice balls here," could be heard from one of the members, while others raised money through odd jobs. He also enlisted the help of the teens' mothers to sell dinners. For the next several months, the Scouts and their mothers worked together in a business venture that captured the imagination of the community. Through their efforts and initiative, the group traveled to D.C. and met with Congressman William S. Moorhead on the steps of the United States Capitol. Their grassroots fundraising efforts instilled valuable lessons of self-help and purpose and allowed these young men to work together towards one common goal, through which they helped themselves and positively impacted their community. Bernie Jones continued to cultivate these young men and the organization for years to come. The vision was born. These humble yet life-changing experiences led Mr. Jones, in cooperation with a few of the Explorer Scouts, to develop more community-focused organizations. Urban Youth Action was founded in 1966 to provide employment training and job opportunities for the community's youth. And in 1968, the Misters, an investment club, was organized. Starting with initial investments of $6 per person each month, these former Explorer Scouts began to pursue their own investments and provide financial literacy sessions for the community. The vision was taking shape. Years later, the former Scouts realized the Misters was simply a vehicle Mr. Bernie Jones used to encourage the entrepreneurial spirit he had fostered in them many years earlier. Young men from Pittsburgh's Hill District, whom some would think were the most unlikely to affect financial change, successfully pooled resources and worked to create economic sustainability for themselves and their community. Their $6 savings had morphed into a true financial organization. The vision had expanded. Other investment organizations were created, and their monthly investments grew from $6 a month to $10. The organizations were open to those of modest means who wanted to invest. Bernie Jones continued to encourage investing and began to promote combining resources to gain more investment clout for the organizations and the Black community. $6 investments led to incredible collaborations. The vision had taken flight. POISE Foundation was incorporated December 1980 in Pennsylvania as a public charitable foundation. Mr. Jones built a team of connected and experienced members to comprise his original incorporators, including 2 former Explorer Scouts. Mr. Jones served as the foundation's president and CEO with initial investments totaling $164,000. The foundation's assets have grown to more than $4.5 million in 2010. The years leading up to incorporation were not easy. One of the biggest challenges prior to the formation of POISE was gaining the community's confidence. However, slowly but surely, $10,000 became $15,000, which grew to $25,000. Yes, a milestone had been reached. $25,000 allowed these unlikely investors to purchase CDs, known as commercial papers at the time. This great feat was met with its own set of issues. Banks were not used to seeing blacks with that type of purchasing power. Valuable lessons were being learned. New territories were being discovered. Over the years, with self-determination and purpose, the group worked tirelessly to implement the mission and realize their goals. Bernie Jones was an expert of recruiting talent, pulling resources, and organizing grassroots efforts to raise the dollars necessary to realize the vision he had created decades before. Bernie engaged corporate, private, and public support and formed strategic relationships to promote the importance of Pennsylvania's only African-American community foundation. Meanwhile, support groups continued their fundraising. Mr. Jones's experiences taught him that every dollar counted, every donation mattered, and relationships were key to building strong organization. He closed his 70th birthday party with some poignant thoughts about the foundation, our community, and our need to be good financial stewards. Please enjoy his words.
You know, we have in this room is knowledge that can change a world. It takes you, because if we help POISE Foundation, we help our churches. We help the educational system for our children. We help our hospitals. A woman should not become a senior citizen or a middle citizen without us taking care of them. We need to take care of our children. We need to take care of our communities. And there's only one way we're going to do it. Is you got to take some of your finance. I don't care what you do. Uncle Sam will look at it and say, all right, this much you gave, we can just tax you for that. And donate it to organizations out there that are helping our children. Don't leave here saying, we went to Bernie Jones's birthday party, period. We went to Bernie Jones's birthday party, and we looked at ourselves and looked at what they have been doing, and we said to ourselves, we've been a part of that. We've been a part of that.
The vision continues. Over the past 30 years, POISE has provided grants to more than 100 community organizations, representing millions of dollars in financial support to organizations within Pittsburgh's Black community. Those organizations provide key services in aging, arts and culture, children and youth, education, health and human services, urban affairs, and economic development. POISE has also provided nearly $1 million of scholarship assistance to pre-kindergarten through 12th grade students, as well as students pursuing post-secondary educations. In total, POISE has given more than $4.5 million of financial support back to the community. In December 2001, shortly before Mr. Jones's death, the board appointed Mark Lewis as the president of POISE Foundation. Mark, a longtime mentee of Mr. Jones, spent many years under his study. Mark, a CPA, joined POISE after gaining more than a decade of experience with Price Waterhouse and Ernst & Young. POISE continues to play an active role in supporting initiatives that address critical issues within the African American community. They are a founding partner of several philanthropic efforts, including the Sankofa Giving Circle and the African American Funders Group. POISE is also reviewing their own grant-making strategies for effective giving and co-sponsored seminars to address racial equity and philanthropy. In addition, POISE commissioned the development of the Greater Pittsburgh After School Collaborative. POISE also serves as the fiscal agent for several Pittsburgh organizations, including Tuskegee Airmen Memorial Project. So yes, $6 and a vision has built a foundation for community, our community. Join the foundation. Continue your support. Your collective giving to the POISE Foundation will allow POISE to make an even greater impact on the community. Well done, POISE, for realizing a vision and working for 30 years to make those dreams a reality.